Hello, and welcome to the Get Lean and Eat Clean podcast. My name is Brian Grin. I'm a certified health coach, trainer, and author. And this podcast is for middle-aged men and women looking to optimize their health and get their bodies back to what it once was 10 to 15 years ago. I will give you simple, actionable items to get long-term sustainable results. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show. All right. Welcome to the Get Lean, Eat Clean podcast. My name is Brian Grin. I hope you had a great weekend and happy Tuesday. If you're listening to this on Tuesday, hopefully you listened to my interview with Danny Roddy. We touched all about the importance of measuring temperature and pulse. You know, he's from the mindset of a pro-metabolic perspective. So really interesting, similar to like Jay Feldman, who I've had on before. And we also talked about his experience with carnivore and low carb and sort of how he's changed his ways and fat oxidation versus glucose oxidation, ways to increase metabolism, and how to, how to help an underactive thyroid and much, much more. So definitely a really interesting guy. If you haven't listened to it, check it out. Danny Roddy, that's episode 234. It's a lot of episodes. So today on the micro podcast, I'm going to actually sort of piggyback off of a lot of the Ray Pete, I guess, rhetoric that I've had on the show recently. And we're going to touch on liver. Liver is something that Ray Pete has talked about. I listened to him, this was a while back, but he touched on, maybe trying to get liver into your life twice a month. It doesn't have to be every other day. And there's a lot of ways you can do that. There's these liver snacks, like chips almost, and then they have desiccated liver you can get from a lot of different companies like Ancestral Supplements. And there's a few more for sure, just not coming to the top of my head. But anyways, liver is something that I've started to implement. I don't have it a ton. My wife makes it with onions and I really like it. I don't mind the taste at all. Some people do. And if you do, you can definitely get it in a desiccated dry form and just take it as a capsule. But I don't think it's something you need to take every day. I think if you take it a couple times a month or eat it a couple times a month, I should say, I think that can go a long way. And I'm going to touch on some of the main reasons I found for the importance of bringing liver into your life. And the first reason is the influx of B vitamins that it can bring to the table. B vitamins play a huge role in supporting, so many different things within our cell. It can have a positive effect on actually body composition. And also, not only that, liver contains B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B9, and B12, all essential, essential for red blood cell formation, for fat, carb, and protein metabolism, converting food into energy for cells, supporting digestion. And so really important, something that a lot of people, including myself, I've been tested. I'm a little bit low in B5 and B6. So, getting a natural form of liver into my life would be a positive. And it is something that I have been implementing more and more. So B vitamins are huge and something that can also help with energy. So the second reason would be vitamin A. Vitamin A is an antioxidant. Okay. It can protect your skin cells from oxidative stress, damage from UV rays, and it also can slow signs of aging through retinol, which is the active form of vitamin A. Also encourages healthy cell production, even skin tone, soothes wrinkles. Not so bad, right? Liver is also a good source of copper and glycine. These are nutrients that contribute to maintenance of collagen under the skin. So vitamin A is something that a lot of people who follow Ray Pete, he's something that he talks a lot about, and is not always that easy to get from food, but liver has a lot of it. It may also strengthen your bones. Liver is linked to vitamin K2, and vitamin K2 helps with calcium balance, and which is an essential nutrient for bone health. So we all know that insufficient calcium can result in low bone mineral density and ultimately increase the risk of fractures. So really important to complement calcium maybe if not through food, but through some type of supplementation, along with taking K2, and liver is plentiful in K2. So really important with that. It's something, calcium is something that has come up quite a bit with the Danny Roddy. We talked a little bit about it as well. So so K2, big in liver. And another reason liver actually might help support what's called, what a positive mood, aiding cognitive performance. And that's mainly because choline is sort of the front runner for nutrients associated with brain health. And, just a single 3-ounce serving of liver has almost all the choline you need for the day. And choline's been linked to improving cognition, preventing anxiety and mood disorders. It's imperative for like a healthy, functioning brain. And we all know as we age, we want to avoid things like dementia, Alzheimer's, and things like that. So liver could help with brain performance and aid cognitive performance. So you got choline. And the last one I'll touch on is liver may actually support some muscle growth. And it contains all essential amino acids. It's about, depending, I would say a serving of it is about 10 grams of protein. There's no carbs in it. It's just straight protein, high in vitamin A, which I've talked about, which can also help increase testosterone and muscle protein synthesis, which leucine does, and it's high in leucine. If you listen to my interview with Dr. Don Lehman, he talks about the importance of getting about 3 grams of leucine per meal. And leucine is one of the most anabolic muscle building amino acids that you can get. And liver is pretty high in leucine. And then also, like I talked about before, vitamin K2, which could also help exercise performance and increase testosterone. So I could probably keep going on about all the nutrients that are in liver. It's probably one of the most, that and oysters are really high nutrient dense foods that if you can add into your life would be, go a long way. I'm all about keeping it simple and trying to find I'd say those small things that make the biggest impact. We always talk about like sleep and things like that, and exercise obviously is important, but implementing these foods from time to time can go a long way. And I just wanted to sort of stress that because I've talked to recently with Danny Roddy, and I'm going to have a few other guests, and I've had Jay Feldman on. Ray Pete is someone who was always preaching about liver. So I thought it would be important just to bring this up. Many ways you can get it, like I said. So I think it's important if you could implement it a couple times a month, and it can go a long way for your health. So anyways, that's all I'm going to talk about today. If you're loving these episodes, I would love a review, 5-star preferably, and any comments or questions, leave them down below or email me at brian@briangrin.com. So that's all I got for you today. Have a great rest of the week, and I will talk to you with another great interview on Friday. Thanks for listening to the Get Lean, Eat Clean podcast. I understand there are millions of other podcasts out there, and you've chosen to listen to mine, and I appreciate that. Check out the show notes at briangrin.com for everything that was mentioned in this episode. Feel free to subscribe to the podcast and share it with a friend or family member that's looking to get their body back to what it once was. Thanks again, and have a great day.